Summer is officially upon us, and that means that a lot of our favorite television shows are not currently on the air. Of course, we have the reruns, but what does that mean for a lot of people who may not watch the reruns? They turn to the internet. And why the internet? Because of fanfiction. Fanfiction can be a creative outlet for writers who like to enjoy writing fanfiction. And I actually would like to feature 3 different writers, 2 of which I got in touch with. And the first one I would like to talk about is Kate Beckett 41319. She writes on Wattpad.com. And I asked her, as a writer, why do you find fanfiction an endearing genre to write? And her response was, I already have a connection with the characters, so putting them in my own situations is something that comes naturally to me. Plus, I love seeing the readers' opinions about what I've written and seeing how it measures up to the show in their eyes. Every one of my readers has given me amazing support, and I'm so thankful for all of them, as well as everyone involved with creating the amazing TV shows I base my fics on, because, let's face it, without the shows, there'd be no fanfiction. And that is absolutely true. And the story that I am going to feature, it's called Deal with the Devil. It was last updated on August 4th, 2013, and her description for the story is, it's a watershed fic. It's a watershed fic. And that, if you don't know, that was the episode of Castle, the season 5 finale episode of Castle. And she says, based on a TV line theory, Kate accepts the job and the proposal and gets ready to make a new life in DC with Castle. But everything changes when she finds... Sorry, guys. When she finds out who exactly had a hand in her getting the job. When she refuses it and promises to catch him, the enemy threatens Castle's life if she doesn't back down. Will Kate get her happily ever, or lose it all? And that is the description of the story. Sorry that I just stumbled over that like 50 times. That was really embarrassing, actually. What I'd like to say about Kate Beckett 41319 is that I really think that her writing is fantastic and absolutely creative, and I think she does a very thorough job. And if you really like reading fanfiction, good, thorough fanfiction, you need to go on Wattpad.com and check out her handle, Kate Beckett 41319. The next person I am going to talk about is I've had trouble pronouncing the name ever since I discovered this author. I'm going to do my best. If I say it wrong, I apologize. Nerwen Aldarion. And Nerwen Aldarion can be found on fanfiction.net. She has written 65 stories on fanfiction.net, I believe. But the question I asked her was, where do you pull your ideas for your AU fanfics? AU means alternate universe. And then, what do you find most fun about writing them? And her response to me was, I pull my ideas from AU fics from many places. Sometimes it'll be books I've read, other times it'll be dreams I've had. Most often I've put them in. The greatest compliment I receive is when somebody says, yes, that is exactly how they would act, even if such a story wouldn't happen in the show. But that is the point of fanfiction, a way for all of us to answer our questions and tell the stories of the characters that we love the most. I asked Nerwen Aldarion that question about AU fics specifically because she once told me that a lot of her stories are based on what if. And I think that's a really creative way of looking at fanfiction. What if such and such hadn't happened on the show and this happened instead? And the story that I would like to feature by her is called Wages of Sin. Wages of Sin is an AU fic, and it goes AU from the Season 4, Episode 10, episode Fugue and Red on the Mentalist. And the description of it is, Lisbon let Jane go still in his fugue state. Almost a year later, his memories return, and he is furious that she let him go and refuses to forgive her. But Jane begins to recognize that things happened after he left, things he cannot remember. And Red John is playing a brand new game, but it isn't with Jane. Jisbin. And Nerwen Aldarion co-wrote that with, again, sorry, Tenuvial Undomiel. Again, really sorry. I'm going to put all the handles in the description section. And again, I really love that what if aspect, and just what if. I mean, seriously, so much creativity can come from that. So make sure you go to fanfiction.net and check out her handle. The last author I'd like to talk about is Donna Moore, 1969. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in touch with her to ask her any questions. However, I do still want to feature her and talk about her AU fanfic, The Psychic Next Door. The description is, Teresa Lisbon is a college student, doing her best to raise her younger brothers on her own. When her worst fears realized, will the psychic next door be able to help her? AU set in Chicago, 1994. The Psychic Next Door takes place before what we saw happened on the show, and I think that is another way that a person's creativity is just shined. I mean, honestly, you're going before the show even started. You're doing a whole new plot line and beginning of a character's story. The story is extremely riveting, and it's keeping me on the tips of my toes. That's not the saying, sorry, but you know what I meant, I hope. If you want to check out her handle, go to fanfiction.net, and it's Donna Moore, 1969. That's all I have for now. Fanfiction is something that can be really enjoyable. Those three authors are some people that you really definitely want to check out to read some really good fanfiction. Thanks so much for watching.